Hi, so in this video we're going to learn how to add and subtract fractions. Okay, so I'm going to do a visual example here. See here I've split this into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sevenths, and I've coloured in 2 sevenths of it, so that means we've got 2 sevenths, and then I've done another one, so you can imagine this is like a chocolate bar. We get 3 sevenths. If you add the 2 sevenths and the 3 sevenths, how many sevenths or how much do you have in total? Well, I could shade that in. And I can see that I have 5 sevenths. And what that means is when you're adding and subtracting fractions, the denominator isn't going to change, but the numerators are going to add. Okay? So if I've got 2/5 of something plus 2/5 of something, I can do 2 plus 2, which gives us 4/5. If I've got 1/10 plus 3/10, I end up with 4/10. And then we just check if we can simplify this, and we can simplify this, and it does, it becomes 2/5. Because I can divide that by 2 and divide that by 2. If I've got 2/3 plus 2/3, I get 4/3. And then from our previous work, we can tell that that is an improper fraction, and we can rewrite it as 1 and 1/3 if we wanted to, but either of them is correct. I would accept at this point. This one, I would expect you to simplify it fully. So 4/10, while it is an equivalent fraction, is not the final answer. So if you left it like this, it would be wrong, but if you need to have it like that. Whereas both of these are correct. Unless you were explicitly told to not have it as an improper fraction. Now let's do one with whole numbers. Imagine you've got 2 1/4 pizzas plus 3 1/4 pizzas. We can add the whole numbers first. So we get 5 whole pizzas plus 1/4 plus 1/4. 1/4 plus 1/4 is 2/4. And then that simplifies to 1 to 5.5. Another one, 10 plus 4 gives us 14. 1/7 plus 3/7 gives us 4/7. And then lastly, for the adding ones, 3 plus 2 gives us 5. 4/5 plus 2/5 would give us 6/5. Now, this is not the way we're going to really express it. It would be silly to have an improper fraction and a mixed number fraction. So I'm going to change that 6/5 into 5 and 1 and 1/5, which really is just 6 and 1/5. 6/5 of a pizza just means you've got 1 whole pizza and 1/5 of a pizza. So plus the other 5, we're going to get 6 whole pizzas plus 1/5 of a pizza, or whatever you're thinking of in terms of the fractions. So that was adding fractions. And now I'm going to move straight on. We're going to talk about subtracting fractions. It's very similar, but just instead of adding, it's subtracting. Imagine I've got here 9/10 of a chocolate bar. I then eat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6/10 of it. How much of that chocolate bar am I going to have left? Well, I'm going to have 3/10 of it. So again, 9 take away 6 is 3. Denominators stay the same. 6/7 take away 2/7 is going to give us 4/7. 4/5 take away 3/5 is going to give us 1/5. 8/9 take away 5/9 is going to give us 3/9, which is then going to simplify to 1/3. And now, whole numbers again. Remember with the adding, we just dealt with the whole numbers first. So 4 minus 2 equals 2. 2/3 take away 1/3 will just be 1/3. 5 minus 3 equals 2. 7/12 minus 5/12 is 2/12. That can simplify. And we get 2 1/6. Bit more challenging. Imagine, so we're doing 1 take away 3/5. So this isn't a fraction, but imagine if you had, let's say, use a pizza again. And you've got 1 whole, and you take away 3/5. How much have you got left? Well, you've got 2/5 left. And another way you could do that is you could change that 1 whole into just 5/5, take away 3/5, which again is 2/5. And there we have adding and subtracting fractions.